What was girls, welcome to my channel, I'm for Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have in it is MotoGP 21, a game developed by Milestones SRI, which is using Unreal Engine 4. And my objective for today is to test it out how this game performs on a GT940 MX or the MX130 with 2GB GDDR5. So I will be using 720p using the low preset, and this is pretty much the results that I got in two different tracks. Alright, so I have mixed feelings. Alright, so the average was 45 frames per second and the 1% low it was 29. So basically you get an experience overall above 30 frames per second with slight drops here and there. If you look to the requirements, you can clearly see that these guys are asking for the GTX 1050. The GTX 1050 it is considerably much more stronger than the MX130 for example, but still I think we were able to run the game, and that's what was more important. So the benchmark consists in one lap in two different tracks, so I decided to start with Spain using the clear weather, and then I finished in Portugal Algarve, which is the track that you are seeing at the moment, while raining, which is more demanding obviously because of the reflections than the clear sky on Spain. So I think the performance was acceptable. I think it's not unplayable. The only thing that I might complain a little bit about it's the fact that we are targeting 30 frames per second for a game that I consider to be difficult to play. But that's just me. I'm absolutely a noob playing MotoGP from Milestones. In fact, on this video I used every assist possible, and still I do think that I suck playing this because I never actually played MotoGP from beginning to the end. I never gave the time to try to adapt for this game, but now MotoGP 21 it actually brings a lot of tutorials and explanations how you can control the bike, which is something that wasn't really available in the predecessor games. So it's a good thing for beginners, but since I just wanted to benchmark, I just skipped all those videos and, you know, all those assisted videos to teach me how to play, so I'm sorry for that. Also, this game brings a new feature, which I find it interesting. It's when you fall off the bike, so the bike goes to one way and the character goes to another, of course, the pilot. And you need to get up yourself and you need to go and walk throughout the track to try to catch up the bike. So I think that's really interesting, and I think it is a nice thing that they implemented this, but the only downside in my opinion is that the opponents don't do this. So you just fall off the bike and you need to get up and you need to run to catch up the bike, to pick it up again and to just proceed with your race, while the opponents they just immediately respawn, just like it was happening in the past with your character. So I think that is very unfair because you take like 10 seconds to get up and go and pick up the bike, while the opponents they just bang, they respawn there and that's it. So I think I think it's a nice idea. Let's hope they kind of add this to the opponents. I think it would be very interesting and less unfair. But still, good things. About the score of this game scores about the same score as the predecessor game, the MotoGP 20. I think they are getting their shit together, alright? Because I think they had worse games in the past. But I think that MotoGP it is actually being a very refined experience at the moment. They just need to fix this stuff, and that's about it. So for the price, it costs the typical price of a AAA title. So yeah, that's expected. Which for people that buy every year, it might be expensive, but this is pretty much the same thing as FIFA, as Pro Evolution Soccer, and as F1. Alright. So guys, I think that's all that I want to talk about MotoGP 21. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video. Maybe not, it's just 1 minute. And I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.